selamat malam dan salam sejahtera. Hello Malaysians, 亲爱的马来西亚同胞，大家晚间好。Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? Yes. Siap belum? Yes. 准备好了没有？好。Ready for what? Change. Ready for what? Change. 五吧。改朝换代，对不对？ That is what we hope for. Yesterday, 4 years ago, we created change. We wrote history. Did we expect to create the political tsunami 4 years ago? Did we? No. Do we expect to create a bigger tsunami in the 13th general election? So we must be ready for a greater political change all the way to Putrajaya. All the way until the new Prime Minister comes in a short while, Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim. Yes, last week, our Prime Minister Dato Sri Najib apologized. Minta maaf. 向人民道歉. Should we accept his apology? Apakah kita menerima mohon maaf beliau? 我们应该接受他道歉吗？应该不应该？ We should lah. We should accept his apology. We must be humble enough to accept anybody's apology, correct? Provided, that proviso very big one. Provided that apology is sincere and serious, and not an empty, hypocritical, hollow one. Correct? If he's sincere, genuine, ask for apology, how can we say no? But we want to ask him, what are you apologizing for? Has he been able to tell us 1 week already, what is he apologizing for? Has he? I don't know whether he knows or not. His deputy, Tan Sri Mohidin, quickly came and said, no need to ask lah. We look into the future. No need to ask what he's apologizing about. His information chief, Dato' Masran, he said, if we are going to rectify our mistakes, we need a big mandate in the next elections. There is no apology lah. An apology that is not an apology, all the more we must reject. All the more we must tell Najib, where is your apology? List out what are the things that you are making to have done wrong, the past Barisan national mistakes. We talk about the past Barisan national mistakes a long time. Under him, under the former Prime Minister Kuala, under the terrible 22-year autocrat Tun Dr. Mahathir, even more, lagi banyak. So what are the mistakes that he's admitting? Maybe you should tell Najib no need to talk about the mistakes committed under the previous prime ministers. Let us talk about the mistakes committed by him. Let us start with that. Let him apologize for his own mistakes first before he apologizes for Kuala's mistakes, Mahathir's mistakes. Okay? What are these mistakes? Of course, we all have a different list lah. own list. What are the mistakes that Najib's own mistakes that he must apologize first? But I will say that, speaking from the stage, I'm sure Mas Sabu has a different list from mine. Talk about, let's hear his list afterwards. I will start out with what he did just before he became Prime Minister. What did he do? Oh, that's further back. That one also will appear in all the lists, I'm sure. What did he do just before becoming Prime Minister? The biggest political robbery in the nation's history. The power grab in Perak. Correct? He must apologize. Undemocratic, illegal, unconstitutional power grab. Toppling a duly elected Pakatan Parasite government under Dato Sri Nisa. How can you want to be a Prime Minister already? You still do such illegal, unconstitutional, undemocratic things. And what is worse is now rewarding people for that. I'm sure Nurul will have mentioned in the speech just now about the 2.2 billion KDEX. No? Kinrara Damansara Expressway, 2.2 billion. For who? For who? For those who have helped to accomplish the power grab in Perak. The UMNO legal advisors, as well as, of course, Zaki and his wife. Zaki and his wife. How can? So, unless he's prepared, I would say that will be his biggest political sin of Najib. We would like to ask him whether he's prepared to apologize and to make amends. But after becoming Prime Minister for 35 months, next month he's going to celebrate his 3rd anniversary, 4th of April. Has he brought about change? He promised change? He promised more than change. He promised transformation. It's a transformation bigger than reformasi. Transform. Has there been any transformation? Do you feel anything, any change in the last 35 months? When he became Prime Minister, he came up with a lot of grandiloquent, highfalutin slogans and speeches. GTP, ETP, PTP, all the TTPPs. And the most famous of all was One Malaysia, isn't it? One Malaysia. People now, people first, performance now. But the first to dissociate and repudiate the One Malaysia is who? Siapa? Number 2. Oh, it's number 2, now maybe 1.5. What did he say? I challenged him in the parliament. I said, do all the cabinet ministers support One Malaysia? Will you dare to declare everyone, all of you, that you are in full support of One Malaysia policy, which is to create a Malaysia where every Malaysian regards himself or herself as Malaysian first, and race, religion, geography, region, socio-economic function second. I said, let everybody declare. Let's see whether they have all the One Malaysia DNA in all the cabinet ministers. Nobody dared to reply in parliament. Because all the UMNO heavyweights are not around. All died for cover. But when we pressed the issue, Muhyiddin said, what did Muhyiddin say? I am a Malay first and then a Malaysian. What type of One Malaysia is this? This is not One Malaysia. I am a Malay first and then Malaysia second. So this is the immediate repudiation of the Prime Minister's signature policy program. And what did Najib do? Kept quiet. In fact, in July last year, he was asked at a university students' seminar, what is his position on One Malaysia? What has he to say about Muhyiddin's declaration, Malay first, Malaysian second? He ducked the question, he refused to respond. He says, I do not want to answer. People will say, I got differences with the Deputy Prime Minister. So where is this One Malaysia? And only last month, Idris Jala, who was supposed to be pushing this major transformation program, One Malaysia policy, he was very annoyed to be pestered with this question. You're Malaysian first or not? He says, why must I be Malaysian first and Malay first and Malaysian second, or Malaysian first, Malay second? Why should this question be posed? So they have given up the ghost. They have given up the ghost of a One Malaysian policy. And you can see from their hypocritical and double-faced political propaganda in the last 35 months that the One Malaysia policy is just an empty slogan. I dare to say that never before in the history of the country has the country been seen such a greater racial and religious polarization in the last 35 months of Najib's premiership. Never was. Why? Because you have the official organ of UMNO, Utusan Malaysia, beating the rape, the extremist drum of racial intolerance and religious hatred. Not by who, but by UMNO's official newspaper, Utusan Malaysia. You remember, he accused the DAP. We are anti-Malay, we are anti-Islam, we are anti the rulers. We want a Christian Malaysia. We want a Christian Prime Minister. Where's the proof? I mean, if this is the case, all of us would have been arrested, charged with sedition long ago. The DAP would have also been dissolved long ago. But no proof, nothing whatsoever. But because they are the UMNO official organ, they have the immunity and the impunity to be completely irresponsible. We have our Prime Minister going around the world preaching moderation. Moderates of the world, unite! Unite against extremists! But in Malaysia, he allows extremists to continue to shout at the rooftops. The voices of extremism. And we hear that hypocritical propaganda. Recently, you have the MCA President, Chua Swee Lek, very brave man. Dare to say a lot of things and dare to do a lot of things. He says the DAP is a stooge of PAS. We are unlike PAS to help PAS to establish an Islamic state. But to the Malay ground, what is UMNO telling the Malays? That PAS is a stooge of DAP in order to fulfill the DAP's anti-Malay, anti-Islam, anti-rulers objectives. So two completely different, contradictory messages. That's One Malaysia. And that's by Barisan Nasional, one political coalition, the incumbent coalition in power. And I say this is a height of irresponsibility. Totally negating the objective of One Malaysia. In his blog a few days ago, he said those who oppose One Malaysia are a crazy bunch. Crazy bunch of people. I say yes, those who oppose One Malaysia are a crazy bunch of people. People like Muhyiddin and others in UMNO, MCA and Barisan Nasional. They are a crazy bunch of people. We in Pakatan Rakyat, we are the best example, the pioneers of One Malaysia in the country. Perikatan parties, PKR, PAS, DAP, we are uniting different races, religions, political beliefs under one umbrella in order to build a better, progressive, united, harmonious, competitive Malaysia. We in Pakatan Rakyat, we have our differences. DAP, PKR, PAS, yes. But we don't speak a double tongue. We send out the same message to all Malaysians, Malays, Chinese, Indian, Kazakh, Tibet. The same message for change. But Barisan Nasional is openly promoting this double message. How can Najib talk about one Malaysia? On the one hand, UMNO leaders say something, on the other hand, MCA, Gerakan leaders say the very opposite. So I think that's where this is why he should apologize. He should apologize to the people for these hypocrisies. In fact, we see what's happened the last few days. I think the sense of decency and propriety of Malaysians must be very violated. Something is very wrong. Only look at what's happening every day. A few days ago, shoes being thrown at the judges. Of course, it should not be done. Not proper. But there is some understanding, a feeling why this is taking place. Because there is no confidence in the system of judiciary. Of course, the history goes back to Mahathir. Goes back to 1988, the beginning of the judicial crisis when Tun Sari Abbas was sacked and two other Supreme Court judges. But since then, there's crisis, judicial crisis after judicial crisis, where the people have lost confidence in the judiciary and in the major national institutions in the country. Corruption. When Najib became Prime Minister, he has this ETP, GTP, National Key Result Areas, NKRA, or the PKI. And one of the major PKIs was just fighting corruption. Fighting corruption. 35 months have passed. Have there been any progress in fighting corruption? Have we? Or has it got worse? Let's have a random poll. Have corruption got better or got worse 35 months under Najib? Those who say, now better, raise your hand. Those who say, now worse, raise your hand. Unanimous. Unanimous. Of course, this is confirmed by international, even ranking of the Transparency International Corruption Perception Index. We are now number 16. We are ranked number 60. I still remember when TICPI, Transparency International Corruption Perception Index, was first pronounced in 1995. That was the first year. Malaysia was ranked 23rd. 5.28 score is the score. 1 to 10. 10 is the best. 0 is the worst. Most corrupt. Malaysia 5.28, I think, ranked 23. The Prime Minister was very angry. The Prime Minister at that time was Dr. Mahathir. He said this is all part of a conspiracy of the West in order to run down the Asian countries. He says Malaysia should rank higher. But since 1995, Malaysia's ranking on the TICPI has kept going down. Until when Mahathir stepped down, it was number 37. From 23 in 1995, it fell to number 37. And on that year, for the first time, Tun Mahathir recognized the validity, the legitimacy of Transparency International. And he said Malaysia should aim to become among the best 10 least corrupt countries in the world. When he was stepping down. Before that, you see, don't trust, don't believe in Transparency International. But when it was stepping down, we must aim to be top 10. That is number. When Mahathir stood down 37, then Pakla took over. Pakla, of course, famous for being wanting to become the great fighter against corruption. But things didn't change, despite his national integrity plan. He came up with a 5-year national integrity plan. Says from 2004 to 2008. By 2008, Malaysia should be at least ranked number 30. Our score 6.5. Instead, it was a 46. Fell number 46. That was bad enough. But under Najib, now it's number 60. 4.3. Never before so low. Ranking never so low. Score never so low. Malaysia today under Najib is even more corrupt under Abdullah than under Mahathir. That is the consequence of the ranking. But today what do we have? We have almost every day endless revelation about how cows in Malaysia are special. Cows in Malaysia not only want to stay in Bangsa, condo, they're looking for condos in Singapore, Kazakhstan to stay as well. And this is only 250 million. In fact, a small little scandal that Najib has been unable to address in 4 months. Every year, because of corruption, we lost from 10 to 28 billion ringgit. Mahathir's financial scandals created a black hole of easily 100 billion. In the last 10 years, illegal capital outflow 1,000 billion ringgit. How is Najib going to deal with these issues when he cannot even handle a small 250 million cows condo scandal in the last 4 months? So there is no competence whatsoever. And it is clear as Najib has told UMNO, UMNO must reform or it will be reformed. Is UMNO capable of reform? No. The people have to reform UMNO. The Malaysians have to help UMNO to change. And the best way to help UMNO to change is in the next election, allow UMNO to be in the opposition. Help Najib to be Ketua Pembangkang, although it may not be him, it may be somebody else. He may be already toppled and replaced. But if UMNO is going to reform, it must be in a position. Because you see, in the last 35 months, nothing has changed. Things have got worse. What has changed? Only the rhetoric. Rhetoric of change to bring about a new set of liberal democratic laws which have not been fulfilled, to bring about public confidence in the national institutions which have not happened. And that is why the next elections, which is very near, is very crucial and very critical. We need Pakatan Rakyat not only to retain our 4 states and to regain the para-state government. And we are confident that para-state government, we should be able to gain back. But we want not only to maintain our government status in these 5 states, we want to win more states. And even more important, we want to be able to reach Putrajaya. And to do that, we have to make inroads into key states like Johor, Sabah, Sarawak. These will be the crucial, critical kingmaker states. And that's why we are paying a lot of attention in Johor, in Sabah, in Sarawak. Because whether the Pakatan Rakyat succeeds in reaching Putrajaya will depend on our ability to win at least 1/3 of the parliamentary seats in these 3 states. 1/3. We don't need to form the state government in Johor. We don't need to capture the state governments of Sarawak and Sabah. We must at least win 1/3 of the parliamentary seats. And you can help. You can help by having to spread the word. You're prepared for change, but you alone prepared for change is not enough. You must spread the word for change. You must be the agents for change. Are you prepared to be the agents for change? Then from tonight, you must actively, proactively spread the word for Malaysians, not only in Lembah Pantai, but outside the other states, throughout the country. Energize them, motivate them in the coming elections to vote for Pakatan Rakyat to bring about the first time in 55 years